Who's introducing? Is it me? Do I introduce?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome.
Hey, I'm Matthew today, apparently.
Hey, I'm Matthew. This is twitch.tv/vanishxzone. We're going to do another episode of Which One Do I Roll? A show where we play different RPGs and then look at the systems and figure out how we feel about the systems and what they do, how they support and encourage different types of gameplay. Today, we're going to be playing Honey Heist, and Ash is going to be running that game.
Hi.
And they will tell us a little bit more about the game, and then we're just going to start playing. I want to be a bear.
All right, so Honey Heist is a game where you're a bear. That's pretty much the whole thing. It's a one-page system for players and a one-page for GMs by Grant Howitt. That's Howitt. I believe you can get it on itch.io. It is a 2017 game. It is extremely simple. You have two stats. You have bear and criminal, and they both start at 3. I believe you have to roll lower than that, but we'll get to that later. So first, we will be writing our characters real quick. It's a couple of little things we gotta do. So first off, let's have everyone roll a d6 or pick what type of bear you are. So let's start with Matthew.
Sure, I'm going to roll a d6.
So roll 3d6. It'll do descriptor, your bear, which gives you your type and skill, and then your roll.
Excellent. I got a 3 for my first roll, so I am retired. I got a 3 for my second roll, so I am a panda, which sounds delicious. Let me tell you, I want to eat some bamboo. And for my third roll, I got a 4.
So you're the hacker.
The hacker.
All right, Marcus.
Works for me.
I am going to pick retired.
Retired.
I'm going to pick black, but I might reskin that. I just kind of like the associated skill.
Okay.
And I'll choose brains.
The brains of the operation. All right, and Nia.
All right, I'm gonna roll. For my first roll, I got 6, so I'm
You're incompetent.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Just like me.
Yeah, so...
then I got a 1, so grizzly.
You're a grizzly bear.
Awesome. And then 5, so thief. That's cool.
All right, so we have 2 retired bears, a black bear and a panda. One's a hackers, one's the brains. Then we have an incompetent grizzly thief. That is golden, just like the honey you're trying to steal. Okay, so what is all of your characters' names? Starting with Matthew.
Well, we're a panda, but I'm gonna stick with my original name. I'm Ursino.
Ursino, got it. Marcus.
Name. My bear's name is Cosmo with a K.
Cosmo
with a K.
Got our dated names right. We're retired. Makes sense.
Yeah. And Nia.
Buttercup.
I love it. All right. So that gives us our 3 little bears. Now, I'm just going to do another explanation of the rules real quick. Each of you have 2 stats. You have bear and you have criminal. So each of you write down on like a little note card or somewhere. Bear and criminal each start at 3. When you're using your special bear-related skills, so for Matthew, that would be anytime you could eat literally anything that's bamboo, you'll roll 2d6 instead. For Marcus, that's anytime you're climbing, you'll roll 2d6 instead. And for Nia, your thing is terrifying people, so you'll roll 2d6 anytime you go to do that. Or anything related to your role as well. So as a hacker, if you're trying to break into the CCTV system and turn off the cameras, you'll roll 2d6 at that case as well.
Sounds good.
So, let me check to see. Okay, so whenever you roll to succeed, it is equal to or under the relevant stat. So if both are 3 and you roll a 3, that's a success. But if you roll a 4, that's a failure. They're just the 2 stats, which makes it stupid simple. Almost to the point where it's like going to be very difficult simple, and I'm here for it. So there are 2 states at which anyone can have. There's frustration and there's greed. Frustration, anytime the plan fails and you run into difficulty, you move 1 point from criminal into bear. So this is per person. So say, for example, again, you're hacking the CCTV system and you fail. You'd move a point into bear and like punch the TV or something. Then there's greed, which is when the plan goes off without a hitch. move 1 point from bear into criminal, because smooth criminal, it's just how it be. And then you can also voluntarily move from bear to criminal by doing a flashback scene in which you and the other bears plan out the heist over coffee and cigarettes in the back room of a CD bar, for example. And then you can also voluntarily move 1 point of criminal into bear by eating a shitload of honey. That's it. That's how you bear. So
Honey
there
is
are 3 end states, 2 of which are fail states, 1 is win state. If your criminal stat ever reaches 6, you are lured into the life of crime and betray the party. You leave, you take off whatever you're holding and just book it. You're a criminal through and through, no honor among thieves. If your bear stat ever reaches 6, you flip out, bear style, and lose it. Presumably, you just go crazy, start smashing shit up, being a bear, trying to get into everyone's stuff, and then animal control picks you up. At those points, you will be out of the party, and you will no longer be able to play, which is unfortunate. I don't necessarily like that part of the game, but that's okay. And then the win state is don't get caught and don't go criminal or bear. So I've already rolled out the conventions and such like that. Does everyone understand the rules as they've been presented? Does anyone need anything, any more information? Any questions?
I think I'm good.
All good.
All right. So then I'm going to get started. I'm going to close this, play this. Check that I'm on headphones. I am. I've put the invite for the Spotify music in the general chat, so if everyone would like to join that, you don't have to, of course. Mix your own levels. I can't, if you like to have it loud and still are able to focus, do that. That's up to you. All right. First off, let's get the obvious out of the way. You're a motherfucking bear. What do bears do in the summer? They look around for things to eat, places to hang out. All of you have recently found that you live close by one another, and not only that, you're all pleasant people, well, bears, to be around. For the last several weeks, you have all been hanging out, fishing together, and doing bear things together. Occasionally, you find a nice garbage heap and tell your friend Roy, who's a bit of an eccentric raccoon, about it. He always thanks you profusely and always very quickly repays the favor. Just last night, you showed him a bag that fell off the main road out of a nearby wilderness retreat, the honey pot. The honey pot has long been known by the bears of the community to be the place to get any amount of honey you need. These people just love it. They're honey tarts, honey treats, honey pops. If it can be honeyfied, it is honeyfied at the honey pot. It is an eccentric, lavish outdoor retreat way out in the wilderness, right on the bed of a lake. You hear people complaining about no cell service, but you have no idea what that means. You're a fucking bear. You don't care about that. You just want that honey. And as you are all waking up, the sun rising over the distant mountains and the lake nearby, the familiar skittering and scurrying sound of Roy the raccoon coming to repay a debt can be heard in the distance. Does anyone react before he gets into your little shelter?
Is it winter yet?
Are you asking a character? It's the middle of summer. All right. As you guys are slowly, groggily getting up and stretching your bear bodies, the raccoon, Roy, who is just this mangy, fluffy little dirty raccoon, scurries up. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Oh, it's another quiet day, damn it. Why are you always so quiet? Stop staring. He starts pacing around and runs out real quick, comes back in with a little bucket of water and splashes it on all of you. Wake up! There's a prize.
Why are you waking me up like this?
Why? Because I've got something you'll like. I was out at the honey pot earlier and some rich little kid came along and oh boy, did his suitcase smell good. I tell you what, it smelled like $5 million. I tell you what, I think it's that honey you really like, that really expensive honey with the gold flakes, the manuka shit,
Oh,
that shit.
my
I don't know where it
favorite.
is, but I can smell it. I can smell it there. He just kind of starts rambling completely incoherent nonsense for about a minute before he realizes he's doing it and stops.
That's Good information you got there. I guess I won't eat you today.
That's a joke, right? Right?
Of course. No, he jokes. He jokes.
Roy starts backing up just a little bit. All right. Well, good thing you're a panda and don't eat raccoons. Right? He doesn't eat raccoons, right?
Not that I've seen.
Okay.
I just
Anyway,
walk over and take a bite out of whatever tree is nearby.
you just bite right into a fucking redwood.
Yeah.
You just
Oh, come on.
That
but
can't
roll for
possibly
bear?
taste good.
Yeah, sure. I am trying to eat something, so is that 2d6 then?
what is you? You are a hacker, and you're
A panda.
It looks. I'm not sure if it looks enough like bamboo to classify
Fair
in
enough.
this case because it's giant and dark red rather than an off yellow color.
Fair enough. It's more okay.
Let's
Fair
just
enough.
do the
Yeah.
one.
So that is a 5.
Okay, so that is a failure.
Mm.
You bite into it, and you all hear a light crack, and a tooth fall off.
Oof.
He tries to pull off the bark, but is unsuccessful. Oh, that's a bad one. But can I have that tooth?
No.
Oh, okay.
Might come
Make
in
it-
handy.
Nice cut. Nice cutter. He goes over, grabs it, and like stuffs it in a little pocket that you have for some reason. Why don't you all describe your bears, actually?
I can go first if nobody.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay. So I chose black bear, but Cosmo is a Eurasian brown bear.
Okay.
I think they resemble like grizzlies or just other brown bears, but
Mhm.
somewhat smaller. He
Okay.
inexplicably has a massive hair on top of his head that isn't quite a bouffant, but is like if a bouffant was low volume. And
Okay.
it's dyed blonde. And then parts of his face, or parts of the fur on his face, are dyed black, so they resemble a goatee. He
I like
bears
that.
a striking resemblance to
A bear, I imagine.
yeah, but also to Alexei Kadanovsky, the one of the pilots of Cherno Alpha in Pacific Rim.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. Nia?
Okay, Buttercup is a very large grizzly bear, and it's got like a long scar across his face. But despite that, he has a nice little flower crown sitting atop his head.
Okay. Just to confirm, he, him for Buttercup?
Yep.
Same for Cosmo?
Yeah, that works.
All right, and Ursino.
Yeah, Ursino is a very, very fat and slow-moving panda,
Okay.
and so old that his white splotches have gone a little bit gray.
Oh,
Got it.
And moves slowly, and always sort of looks like his face is twisted in a sneer, and also he, him for Ursino.
Got it. All he, him. Interesting. Roy is also he, him, just so you're aware. All right. So you are just now coming off the tree. Some of your teeth have gone in just a little bit. Your mouth aches all over from that bite.
I'm too old.
Well, maybe you should stop biting trees, Ursino.
I'm a panda. I eat trees.
You eat bamboo, not tree bark.
It looks the same.
But that stuff's red. Bamboo's like yellow green, you know? It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, I know you two are retired, and I don't know you very well, Buttercup. No offense. Cosmo, Ursino, this is right up you guys' alley, I swear. Too bad Graves isn't here. Rest his soul. But there's an impenetrable vault, I've heard, where that stuff is stored. Gotta find it. I can't sniff for shit right now. You guys got any plans tonight?
I am free.
You're free. You're free. That's good. It's good.
What's
How about-
the computer system like in their system?
They don't got one. Not anymore. Not after the last one you guys did. You destroyed the shit out of that. But that vault, apparently it's got like some biometric scanners in them, shit like that. I don't know, some fancy tech from out of New York down south.
Something you can handle, Orsino.
Maybe. Have to
Biometric.
get closer.
We will see.
There's also some armed guards and shit. Right up your alley, Buttercup, you big old lunk.
Oh, me and my very cute face.
Of course, you'll charm them away.
Oh, of course.
Roy leans over to Ursino. He's not gonna charm him away. He's gonna fucking kill him. Give him a heart attack or some shit.
He is quite scary.
I'm cute. I don't know what you're talking about.
Cute and scary. It's a win-win for you. But it's might need to be stealthy. Act like people, you know? You get me?
We can do that.
Can we? I know
can.
I can.
You look like a person already, friend.
Well, shall we head down that way? Start getting the lay of the land.
It's the middle of the day.
All right.
Probably gonna scout out at night.
And I guess we'll go back to sleep.
Well, no one said that. It's morning, you know? It's just like 8 a.m. or something. That's what the people say. I don't know. All right. So what would you guys like to do?
So assuming we have some time before the heist.
You guys can decide to heist whenever you would like to heist. You can start making a plan now if you wish. You could also go scout out the location a bit, see what's there, see what the armed guards are like.
That's what I was thinking. Let's go scout.
You could also go in guns blazing.
Scout and then plan and prep accordingly.
Yeah. It's easier to plan and prep. I may be speaking for myself, but I would like to end this with hunting.
Fair enough.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what time would you guys like to go scout out the locations?
Well, I'm gonna go take a nap, but no. It's what you said. It's morning.
It's around 8 or 9 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. There's probably a guard change at some schedule point, so that's probably when they're at their weakest.
Mhm.
So like noon, maybe. We'll see if there's a shift change at noon. Probably not, but we'll find out.
All right, midday. So you're gonna head out just before midday.
Does that sound good to everyone?
Sure.
All right. So since you're the one that is made the plan, I want you to roll for criminal.
Okay, that's great. Here goes my awful plan. 4.
4. That is a failure. So you start walking around that time, sun high in the sky, and just kind of get lost. End up finding yourself in a clearing where you poop a lot. It's like your favorite pooping clearing. And then you just start pooping. You just don't even think about it.
I've shit here before.
We'll shit here again.
Well, we are in the woods.
Yes.
That was dumb. That was really dumb.
Ooh, excellent.
I think it was unbearable.
Oh no.
I'm not sure I want to run this game anymore.
Well, I don't think you have the qualifications.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. No. Okay. What was I doing? Your shitty puns distracted me. It was unbearable. Even though you already made that one. That one's gonna get made so much tonight. It's gonna be terrible.
Yep. I miss Sarah. Okay, we're
Oh,
back.
she would kill us.
Yeah.
Sorry. Back to it.
I'm in pain. I'm in physical fucking pain from that. Okay, so you failed that check, so you were unable to find the. You don't see a guard change as you get around like a little cliff, just overlooking the entire camp. So you don't see anything that stands out as a guard change. You stand there for about an hour or two.
So what do we see down there? How's their layout?
Funny you should ask. I'll give you a map.
Ooh.
I like maps.
I didn't make this. This is a publicly available map for an actual location in real life, but we're ignoring those parts.
We're ignoring the real life parts.
Just the names. Just the names. The overall look is fine.
Fine.
So you guys are just at the very top left corner up there. You can see a
By where it
large
says
clubhouse. Yes, right up there. Just almost directly south of where you are. And you can see all the buildings in the distance. Towards where the lodge is, that road that goes right by the lodge, up towards the clubhouse, there is a little motorcade driving in. There's a limo with some weird flags at the very front. But they don't look like the flags you see anywhere else. They look like green flags with no obvious symbol. And as it gets up to the lodge, you see a 13 or 14-year-old kid. He just looks like a spoiled brat, like 100%, wearing a really finely tailored suit, smartwatches, like 3 of them. He's probably got 2 or 3 smartphones on him. Steps out of this car, puts on glasses that are like super fancy, enormously expensive glasses, and grabs a briefcase. It's got a little gold symbol in the center there, but you can't see what it is in the distance. And he walks into the lodge. Here's that familiar scurrying and skittering and huffing and puffing as Roy comes up. That's the suitcase. That's the thing. That's what you're looking for.
Our mark.
Let's go. Right
Right
away.
now?
Yeah, right now.
The kid is being flanked by about 6 guys, also wearing suits. They look to be sweating like a motherfucker. It's very hot. You're in a soup can, essentially, with how humid it is. So these people are having a terrible fucking time.
Buttercup, I know that you're eager, but that's a lot of humans down there.
But when they see me, they'll realize how cute I am and just give me some. It's worked for me before.
It's not implausible.
I have to say that may be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Unlikely,
That
if anything.
can't possibly be the dumbest thing I've said.
That's true. We have been friends for quite some time.
Roy has skidded away.
Roy. Do we see where he goes?
He kind of ducks under a tree to block your sight of where he's going.
Where's that raccoon? Can you sniff him out for me? I don't like that he disappears all the time.
Who are you asking?
Yeah, who were you asking?
I'm asking Buttercup.
Okay.
Make a bear check.
A 3?
3, so that is a success. You start sniffing, and he's very hard to miss. He smells fucking terrible. He's a raccoon that dumpster dives in every, rotting old dumpster he possibly can. The smellier it is, the more he likes it. He seems to be rushing towards the clubhouse.
He's going towards the clubhouse. See? He's already going.
Is he two-timing us? He wouldn't be working with them, would he?
Why would they ever work with Roy? He's not cute. And he stinks.
Besides,
Yeah,
they hate raccoons.
Yeah, but he's eating their trash.
I thought humans didn't like that.
Do they?
They're possessive.
Yeah, they get mad when the trash finds itself outside of their little cans.
Aren't there bears outside? Oh, right. Yes, that's me. Well, let's get closer.
All right, where would you guys like to move to?
Yeah. Marcus, you got any thoughts?
Being the brains of the operation.
Right, I did choose that.
You could swap that out right now if you would like to.
It's okay. We've seen the front of this place. We've seen the mark, the boy with the briefcase.
Yes.
With his
that's the lodge. Yes.
entourage. That was the front of it.
Yes, that was in front of the lodge.
We should figure out a way to see inside.
Okay. Make a criminal check.
Can do. 1.
1. So
Yeah.
that's a success. As you are looking at it, you realize there's a couple of really tall trees behind it. And you know you're a very good climber, so that might be a good way to look in, kind of scout it out.
Yeah.
However, that is pretty deep into the facility, and there are guards all along that road, especially.
Ooh. So it's a matter of getting down that road, past the guards, and then to the trees.
Yes, and there's a pretty open space between a lot of the trees.
We need a better vantage to see inside the honeypot. So I think we should go down behind the building. I should climb the trees there and look inside. Maybe there is skylight.
You also could roll 2d6 for that one because that was using your stat.
Oh,
Not that it's applicable in this case, but because you were using your better skill
for climb?
related to your roll. It's also related to your roll. You get 2.
Oh, I see. Okay. Since I rolled 1, I'm good though.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay that idea to Orsino and Buttercup.
Do you need a distraction then?
Distraction, That could help. All those guards in the road, they pose a problem.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll go make a distraction.
There are about 7 guards for your reference.
I'll go try to make a distraction. You can go climb that tree for a better vantage point.
Excellent idea.
Okay, so Ursino and Buttercup are going to make a distraction.
Yeah, I'll help out.
So, where would you two like to go to make a distraction? What will you do?
Yeah, I think I want to go down to one of the trees that's kind of near the road.
Okay.
And
which road?
I think the one by the clubhouse. I don't want to get too far from the woods.
Okay.
I think actually the light green tree that's on the very, very edge of the map. That's sort of my intention.
All right.
Right now. And I want to use my paws to hack at it until it falls over.
Okay, so you're trying to cut one down.
Yeah, knock it down to the middle of the road, and hopefully people will come investigate it or something. Like that.
Would you like to swap out your role since you are currently marked as a hacker, and you've been more of a muscle man this entire time?
I am indifferent. I'm happy either way. Sure, I'll swap out my role. I'll be a muscle man.
All right, because you've been acting more like a muscle than a hacker this entire time, so I think that's more applicable for the character.
Sounds good to me.
So we'll swap that out. If anybody else would like to swap out their roles as well, we can do that too. I'll take the silence as though we're all good.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so Buttercup and Ursino, you guys start making your way towards the tree. Let's make a criminal check for stealthing.
Criminal check. I can do that. 6.
A 3.
Ursino, you're slow, you're old, you're retired, you're too old for this shit. You don't give a fuck. You just start walking up. You know, instead of full on all fours, you just walk up full on swag walking. You walk up to the tree, grab it, and just start hacking away. Make a bear check for that. Buttercup, on the other hand, you start stealthing a little bit away from him, making sure so that when he's spotted, you aren't.
Right.
So you're about 64, like
This
3 bear lengths away.
Muscle. This relates to my muscle, so I would roll 2d6 for this?
Yes.
Cool. I get a 1.
All right. You get a 1. You just hack it once, and it makes a really loud crack sound as it starts falling. Are you trying to, you know what, since it's 1, that's a critical success, technically speaking. At least not by the rules, but by my rules it is. So I'll say it falls right over the road, and you hear a car coming up, and it slams on the brakes quickly as it hits the road with a loud crash. A couple of guys step out of the car. What? Do I want you guys to understand English? I'll say in this case, no. They start yelling and pointing at you in general, you Ursino, and then they reach into the car and grab a long tube with a handle at the end. So 1 sec. As they pull out a tranquilizer gun.
At that point, I would hop out of my hiding place.
Okay.
and I'm just gonna rush them.
All right, make a bear check with 2d6 because that is your grizzly ability.
Heck yeah. All
So that is
right.
you're trying to terrify them.
And I pick the better roll.
Yes, you take the lowest.
Okay, a 2.
A 2, so that's a success. I'm not sure if that's a little weird. All right, so you start rushing over and you let out a belting roar as these guys pull out their gun, start aiming at Orsino. They look at you. Their faces go pale white. They drop the gun and run as they are terrified like a motherfucker.
They were blinded by my beauty.
You hear them screaming in the distance. While that's happening, Marcus, Cosmo.
Yeah. Cosmo will take that commotion as his cue to make his way to the trees behind the lodge.
Okay, so there are several crossing points. We'll say you are at that very bottom tree on the right side of the loop of the clubhouse. Which direction would you like to go? You can go straight down into that other clearing, which will then open up into a field, or you can go to the right, which is a shorter distance, but goes through the villas.
I'm getting to the same place either way, right?
What do you mean?
Well, maybe I'm confused. Are we going to the lodge or to C9 at the bottom of the map?
The lodge is where you're trying to be.
Okay, yeah, and that Massachusetts. Okay. Oh, okay. You said loop, and I thought you meant the one like around the lodge. You mean the one toward the top left?
Yeah, it's just the bottom of the clubhouse there. I apologize.
Okay. No, that's all good. I will avoid the villas.
Okay, so you're going to go down to the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, so slightly longer distance, but less people in that way. So let's make a criminal check to see if you can get across.
Oh, that's a 6.
A 6. That is a hard fail. You sit there for a second, waiting for the commotion. You're like, oh, that's my time. You start running, and as you get into the middle of the road, you hear some men yelling directly to your left as you realize you walked right in front of the other guys who are running up to take care of those bears. And we're going back to combat music.
Oh no. Humans.
They stop for a second. There's like a solid 10 seconds, 15 seconds of like, is this a fucking bear? And they start looking at each other like, is this a fucking bear? And the bear's like, are those fucking humans?
Yeah.
It's really tense. What is your reaction? I'll let you take first reaction.
I don't think Cosmo is the type to like fight outright more than he is the kind to like try to avoid a fight. I think he's gonna try a trick that he learned back home. He's gonna start to dance. He's gonna get on his hind legs and like wave his arms like awkwardly and put on a show for them. Hoping to impress them enough to get them to chill out, I guess.
I don't know if that's bear
criminal. Yeah.
That's criminal.
Is it?
Criminal,
I would have thought bear.
What kind
I'll
of
give you criminal, but it'll be 2d6 because you're the brains and you're thinking real hard.
We live in the Footloose universe, apparently. Oh god, it's a 5 and a 4.
So both fails.
Mm-hmm.
You start dancing. As you get up on your hind legs, you realize, oh, arthritis. Because you're an old retired bear as well. And you start to dance, but it's just crick, crick,
That'll
crick, and
trick
very
me.
quickly just
Snuck up on me.
fall on your ass and sit there like, oh god, my knees.
Yeah.
As the humans start walking away, one of them pulls out a bit of bear spray and aims it at your face.
Oh no.
So he's gonna. Technically, he's not gonna roll, but so we're gonna have you roll, bear or criminal in this case. What is your reaction to him pointing the bear spray in your face?
That's a good question.
Actually, you know what? As he's pulling that out and about to spray, we're gonna go back to the other two.
Perfect. Yeah.
You guys are now right as you look back towards the other guys because you hear a yell in the distance too, and you see Cosmo sitting on his ass with a man about pulling out bear spray about 60 feet away from you. What are you guys doing? Charging?
I am charging.
All right, both of you roll 2d6 for bear.
All right, 1.
Get a 1 as well.
Both crits. Cosmo, as your life flashes in front of your eyes because you realize this is gonna fucking hurt, you hear two voracious yells from your fellow bears as they rush up behind you. This man who's about to press a button looks up, pale white, and fucking books it as he drops the bear spray and just screaming runs towards the lodge.
Oh, my comrades. I'm so glad to see you.
Nice dance.
Thank you. It's
Look and fly.
practiced.
Oh, bear
a
spray.
lot.
He dropped it.
Oh, did he drop it?
He dropped his bear spray, and there's a hat on the floor for a security company.
You know, I don't put it on the can, but it works as human spray too.
Ah, good thinking.
So is someone taking the bear spray then?
Yeah, I'll take the bear spray and I'll take the hat.
Okay. Matthew, you now have a disguise as a bear.
I put the hat on.
Okay, one sec. Let me pull up the disguise sheet. Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Acrobat ear trash. Okay, so you now have a hat that is the security company hat. So you have a chance. You have a +1 success chance for criminal rolls when wearing the hat to disguise yourself at the moment. Is what I'll say. All right, so you are all standing in the street as a bunch of men are running around trying to get other people to help them with these bears. What are you doing? You are currently in the middle of the road at the crossroads, just past the loop of the clubhouse.
Well, if we're already here, I guess we could just go in.
You're not at the lodge, you're at the clubhouse.
Oh, at the clubhouse. Okay.
Just at the bottom of that loop right there at that tri
Right,
crossroads there.
got it. Yeah. Well, Cosmo,
Yeah, any thoughts?
you have the brains.
Yeah, Marcus?
Yeah, we could still do the tree thing.
All right, so
See
you
if it-
still have a good ways to go for that. I'd say you're probably about 300 feet away at this point still. Good football field or two. There are some more guards
is
are now
this?
coming towards your way.
Football you speak of.
So where are we? We're around V2, or is that W2?
That is V2. You are to the left of that, just up the road to where that Y split is, just up that loop.
I see.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
still like right by the clubhouse. There's
Yeah.
the down tree there, and the clubhouse. We
so-
really haven't got-
So maybe we could get to that cluster of trees a ways beneath V2, and then cross from there into the trees behind the clubhouse.
All right, so you want to make your way there. So it's about halfway through the distance. And there are guards currently running up at about that position, and they can currently see you.
So there's no way we're gonna beat them to the trees.
Yes, they'll catch you halfway at least.
Could we lose them in the trees? No, they'll catch us halfway. Okay.
Mm.
But for that small cluster, you could move to the left or back to the right towards the villas, where there's a much denser patch of trees towards the villas.
Behind
to the
V2 or
left.
to the left of V2?
Up and to the right of V2.
Okay. Actually, yeah, that sounds good because that kind of hooks around to the back of the lodge too.
I'm gonna put on my disguise hat and I'm just gonna sort of like gesture like run away.
Okay, so you're trying. That's a criminal. So 4 or lower will be success in this case.
Actually, 5 or lower will be success because my criminal is buffed is up right now. Because I am a little bit too criminal. I get a 2.
A 2. Okay, one sec. I'm trying to figure out what the because the points are supposed to change, but okay, so it's just really unclear. So you get a 2, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna move 1 point officially over from bear into criminal. So now it's 4 to 2, and you have the +1 when wearing the hat for this case.
Oh.
It is a success. What's up?
Sorry, I thought you. Hold on. When do you change stats?
So whenever your plan goes off without a hitch, that's a success in this case.
Got it.
It'll go from criminal to bear. When you fail, it'll go bear, criminal to bear, criminal. Why can't I only say criminal to bear and not bear to criminal? So when you succeed on a plan, it'll go from bear to criminal, and then when you fail on a plan, it'll go from criminal to bear.
Got it.
The stat changes are a little unclear with their wording, so I apologize for that. So you start ushering them away. They look at you really confused, but with a slight recognitory look in their faces, because there's already a man still running away towards them, and you're telling them to run too. So they kind of like slowly start jogging backwards towards the lodge. So that succeeds. You're currently still in the crossroads. What are you guys doing?
I will make a mad dash to the trees behind V2.
Okay, you start rushing up that way. Make a bear check. Actually, there's no outcome thing there. You guys make it to the trees. You're not currently hidden. That will be a bear check or a criminal check. In this case, we'll go with criminal because it's stealthing. No, you're in the woods. Bear. So let's make a bear check to hide in the woods if you guys like to hide in the woods.
I'd love to. It's a 5.
5. Okay, so that's a failure for you.
I get a 4.
That's a failure for you.
Oh, I got a 5.
That's a failure for you.
Nice.
Oofs all around. You guys start rushing into the woods and you're like, oh, we'll be stealthy. Crunch, 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 crunch. Just stepping on every single tree branch possible.
So quite sorry, just a question with the rules. Is that a failed plan?
That is a failed plan, yes.
So we get frustration.
Everyone goes 1 point from criminal into bear as you realize, oh shit, they can still hear us. Fuck. And you start getting a little frustrated.
So our bear should be 4 and our criminal should be 2.
Well, for you and Nia, yes. For Matthew, he's back at 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you hear someone in the villa nearby yell some words. So it seems like one of the humans that is staying at this wilderness resort has heard you and is yelling for help. You are currently just above V2 there.
What do y'all think further into the cluster of trees there?
Buttercup, what do you want to do?
Let's go for it. I think it'll be fine. We've been doing great so far.
Okay, so you guys are gonna rush into the woods further?
Okay.
Is it? I'm asking for clarification if that is what you're trying to.
Is it? Yeah. Buttercup, what do you want to do?
So what we're trying to do right now is Cosmo's trying to climb up the tree. So we have to go further in the woods, is that correct?
The trees behind the lodge. So
we've
we still have a ways to go. Yeah.
I will.
Shall we make a run for it if someone sees us right now?
Just straight to the trees behind the lodge. We can. I'm open to it.
So in current game, I have marked where you guys currently are, just in case there's any confusion. Because I realize I'm not the best at describing things. I'm going to mark some other current points of interest real quick.
So we have kind of a straight shot to the trees.
What if we just make it into one of these houses?
Like V2 or V35.
Yeah, let's go into V2 or V35.
Try to hide.
Yeah. So those orange marks are where the guards currently are. That purple mark is where the tree is. And the blue is where you guys are.
Okay.
Hopefully that clarifies things a bit. So you guys are trying to move into V33 and 4? Or at least it says 30. It looks like it says 75. 3 and 4.
That puts us a good distance away from all the guards.
Yeah. Let's try.
The guards that were directly south of your position are running towards where you are now because you were spotted by the tenant in V2.
Got it.
Yeah, 35 is probably a good idea then.
Yeah, let's go for 3 and 4.
All right, you start rushing over. You make it to the door. It is currently locked, and there are no lights on the inside.
Can you punch it in, Orsino?
Sure. And I I like
Go ahead,
hack my way in.
2d6.
Sure, this is me being muscly.
Yes.
1.
A 1. All right. Let's go. Since that is not a criminal point, we'll call that fine. So you don't have to change your points. You just get up to the door, look at the handle, and grab the top and pull it down, and it just breaks apart without a fucking problem. Very weak door. Very loud sound, however. And you hear someone yell out in the from inside the house. But you're not sure what they're saying. But it sounds groggy. They're probably still asleep.
Oh, good shot.
As the light fills the room, you see a person in the bed, kind of like groggily looking at you, Ursina.
Ma'am, run, bear.
Make a criminal check, please.
Okay.
And you do have an additional +1, so 4 or lower, because of the hat.
Great, I got a 4.
A 4, so that is yes. The woman groggily looks at you, blinks a couple of times, and looks behind you at Buttercup.
Hello.
And okay, since you said hello, I need you to roll a 2d6, please, for bear check to see if you terrify her.
2.
So there's a success. She looks at you. You say hello in bear speak, but to them, it's
Yep.
She
That's so good.
just runs up and just runs out the back door very quickly. She's wearing fairly fancy clothes, even though she's taking a nap. It's kind of weird. As she runs out the back door, you all catch a whiff of some honey in the distance. Some fresh baked honey tarts being made somewhere nearby.
I wanna. If she was wearing fancy clothes, I want to see if there's any clothes left behind inside.
There are a couple of suitcases and travel luggage bags full of clothes.
Yeah, I'll dig in.
Does everybody else want to?
I would love to, yeah.
All right.
See if there's a kitchen.
So there's a list for this stuff.
Yes. Nice.
All right, so let's roll 2d6 for everybody who's wanting to steal some disguise stuff.
Hell yeah.
All right.
So the first d6 will be the description, the adjectives, and then the second will be what the item is. So first d6, let's go with Nia first, because you're the first one stealing.
I got a 1.
All right, and then roll another.
A 3.
All right, so you reach into this luggage bag and pull out a fluorescent yellow tuxedo jacket and shirt and bow tie, all fluorescent yellow. It's disgusting.
Yes.
Love it.
Matthew?
I got the exact opposite. I got a what is it? I got a 3 and a 1.
Okay, so you pull out a powder blue frilly set of mittens.
Ooh, mittens?
It makes no sense as to why someone has, like hunting lodge mittens for the winter here, but they're kind of cool.
Oh man, I love mittens.
Marcus?
I got a 5 and a 6.
All right, so you get a beige trench coat.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so Nia, roll again. Let's get 2 more.
All right.
These are your pants.
I got a 6 and a 4.
All right, so you get a pair of gray bell-bottom flares.
This is
along with your
wonderful.
tuxedo jacket, shirt, and bow tie that are all fluorescent yellow. It's disgusting. Matthew?
Amazing.
I got a 1 and a 5.
A 1 and a 5. All right, you find some peach velour cargo pants.
Ooh, nice.
And Marcus?
A 6 and a 1.
6 and a 1. Okay, gray Y fronts. What the hell that is?
Wide fronts. Cool with that.
Oh no, I went quiet. Sorry, I was reading what this says. So 4 times. Okay.
Y like letter Y fronts? Or
What's
wide? Wide fronts or letter Y? Okay.
The letter Y. Yankee fronts. If you would like to re-roll your outfit, there is also additional stuff you can get there.
They're briefs, and I'm keeping them.
Oh Jesus. Okay, that makes sense.
They were gray or something? And briefs.
You know,
yeah.
re-roll the d6 for the first one, for the color.
The color? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because gray's kind of tame. 2.
leopard print.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The
Incredible.
other option that I really wanted was black leather.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good stuff.
No,
So-
leopard print is perfect.
Mhm.
There are also a bunch of accessories in a box. However, this will affect your human believability score, which is a thing. So you can choose to take an accessory. However, it can do a -1, 2, or 3, or a +1, 2, or 3 to your score.
Oh, I'm definitely taking one.
All right, roll d6.
1d6.
Yes.
I get a 1.
You get a pink cowboy hat. That's a -1 to your human believability score.
Bam. Well, I still have my.
Nia, would
I
you like
got
to
a
take one?
5. Yeah, I got a. I did.
You get
I
a
got 5.
beautiful blonde wig that gives you a +2. Marcus?
Amazing. I got a 2.
All right, you get a bejeweled crown.
Oh,
Yes!
that's so good.
What an outfit!
You're wearing a bejeweled crown and leopard print briefs with a trench coat.
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking.
Okay, so Nia, you get a 4 from your top. The fluorescent yellow is a 1. Tuxedo jacket is a 3, so that's 4. What were your pants again?
Gray bell bottoms.
That's another 10, so you're at 14, and then you got the beautiful wig, so you have a 16 human believability score.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Matthew, remind me your top.
Oh my god, I've suddenly forgotten.
Really?
I got a 1 and a 3. What did I get?
Okay, you were
I
the
didn't-
fluorescent yellow tuxedo jacket
No,
then?
that
No,
was
no,
me.
I got a 3 and a 1. Sorry, I got a 3 and
You
a 1.
got you got mittens.
Powder
Oh,
blue.
mittens,
So
I
you
got
get this, yeah, you
powder
get the,
blue mittens.
yes. So that's a 4, and then what were your pants?
Cargo pants.
Color?
Uh, g- uh,
Blue or
gray. Maybe.
I think
don't
they were
remember.
peach blue.
Yeah, that sounds right. Beach
Okay, so
blue or
that's an additional 6, so that gives you 10, and then
And then
you
I've
got
got
a
a
pink, so you got a
pink
9.
cowboy hat. Nice.
You have a 9. And then
Excellent.
Marcus, your top
Oh,
beige trench coat, right?
Yeah.
So it's an 11. What was your bottoms were the
leopard
leopard
print
print Y
briefs,
fronts.
yeah,
So it's
Y
a
fronts.
3, so 14 -2, so you have a 12.
So, what does that mean for rolling?
So if you're seen by humans, a human or humans while wearing the outfit. Oh, Matthew, you actually don't have to take the pink cowboy hat because you already have the security guard hat that you can keep if you would like to keep that.
I'm definitely keeping the hat, but I'm definitely also like crunching up the pink cowboy hat and putting it in my cargo pants just in case I want it later.
Okay, so
Because
then,
I got pockets.
then remove the -1 and put a +1 instead for
Nice.
the hat. So anytime you roll you're wearing these outfits, I will roll 46.
Hmm.
If it is lower than your human believability score, you succeed. If it's higher, then you are suspicious.
And I have 12 right now? You said 14 minus 2.
Yes, because of your hat. So you have a 12.
Okay,
Nia has a
cool.
16, and Matthew, you should have an 11.
I have a 11, yeah.
So it's pretty good chances, actually. Nia's going to succeed no matter what, which is fucking hilarious because of her character. And that is a very vicious laugh. So,
Is there any food in this V3 and 4?
okay, make a bear check then if you would like to
Mm.
search for food.
I search
Now that
for
you've-
food.
Okay, yeah, make a bear check.
I get a 4.
Is that a
That's failure.
success or a failure? It's
That
a
is
failure.
for me.
You start looking around. There's a couple of granola bars, but they just smell unappetizing to you at the moment. So you ignore them. Looking around, it's mostly a bunch of like kale. This person's like super vegan. And it's just uninteresting to your bear. Actually, no, you're a panda. So it's a lot of meat because pandas are vegetarian usually.
That is definitely not true, but that's okay.
Usually because they eat a lot of bamboo in captivity. It's fine. That's what the system says. Shut up.
Fair enough.
So it's mostly uninteresting food to you. Is that better? Whatever your character likes, it's not that.
It's fair.
All right.
I don't
I'm
I'm
buy
friends
it.
with a raccoon. My taste level is low, okay? So
There's got to be something good in here. I want
Would
to
you like
use
to also-
my thief sensibilities, maybe.
You know where to hide the good shit.
Yeah.
All right, roll 2d6 spare.
Oh no, I got 6 and a 6.
Ooh.
All right, so let's move a point from criminal into bear
Okay. Oh
because
god.
you start looking around and you keep finding the same, like single half-finished smoothie everywhere you look.
Oh,
And
they're
it's
one
like-
of those.
Yeah, it's just like a half-finished water bottle, and it's terrible. It smells bad, and you just start getting really crushed when you throw it out the door. You hear ah! As a guy falls to the ground and gets hit in the head with a smoothie.
Oops.
So that puts you to 2 to 4 criminal.
No, that puts me at. I have 5-1.
Oh shit. Would you like to do a flashback at this moment to reduce your bear score?
That'd probably be a good idea.
Okay, so you can voluntarily move 1 point from bear to criminal by doing a flashback scene in which you and the other bears plan out a heist. So what would you like to remember to reduce your bear score?
So it would be about this heist in particular, or anything we've done in the
Anything
past?
you've done in the past.
Okay.
I'll make it pretty wide open for you.
Okay. Then I'm remembering a time when myself, Ursino, and Cosmo were planning to steal some honey from a little girl because she seemed pretty vulnerable, and she had a rich family, and we thought it'd be a good idea to go in and steal loads of honey.
Okay.
However, I really botched the plan because I thought I'd be able to appeal to her by using my very cute looks. I even put on a bow tie. My very cute looks. I even wore like a bow tie and everything, but I ended up scaring her, and she ran off with all the honey.
I will say you can move 1 point over from bear to criminal.
Sweet.
So now you're at 4 and 2 and not dying fully.
That's not plausible.
Plausible, man. Plausible. Not plaus. It's plausible, though. All right. Now that the flashback's over, we'll get off the jazz.
It's excellent flashback music.
Right? So, you started searching around. You threw the smoothie out, calmed yourself down by remembering that little girl who was kind of an asshole. But now you hear some guards outside. They start entering the room and they start talking to you. What is everyone's human believability score?
16.
11.
12.
Okay. Matthew and Marcus, both roll a d6 for criminal.
Oh, 1, and that's under my criminal.
Okay.
Of 2.
A 6.
So Matthew fails, and his score is lowest. So they look at you, Nia, and you, Buttercup, and they just like, sorry. They look at Cosmo, and for a second they're like, wait, is that a bear? No, it's just a really hairy guy. No, so they would call you a bear too. Bad joke, sorry. Then they look at Ursino and look at the door. Look at the claw marks on the door, then back at Ursino's hand, who's currently like claws out, like hands
mittens.
up.
Mittens. I'm wearing mittens.
You are wearing mittens.
Look at my hands.
I'll allow you to re-roll. That does affect their judgment.
I'll take it. I get a 1.
Okay, so that is a success. You pull up your mittens, and they like, that's not a bear. That's a person who has really strange-looking mittens.
Never seen a black and white before.
They kind of look at each other like, not understanding what you're saying because you can't speak English, and they just kind of like, sorry, and walk away. Dead set on not disturbing the bear.
Good job, Ursino.
Thanks.
All right, so just so you are aware, I rolled a 14 for that. So the only person who immediately succeeded was Nia on that human believability.
It's the blonde wig.
It was blonde wig.
So believable. I have mittens.
All right, so you are all inside V3 and 4. I'd say your right side, so V4. Where would you like to go from here? What would you like to do?
What do you think, Cosmo? Buttercup, what's the plan?
I feel like the heat's kind of up right now, and if we can just stay convincing as people, maybe we can chill for a while until it gets darker.
You want to wait?
Yeah.
What about you, Cosmo? How are you feeling?
Stakeout is not a bad idea. Um, we could stay here. We could go down into this shed they have, or whatever D15 is. Is that right?
Which one?
Right beneath.
So that's a small cabin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We could stay here. We could go to this small cabin.
What if there's more screaming humans in there?
There could be. But I do like the idea of sticking out. Oh.
I can go look. This blonde wig is doing wonders for me and my complexion.
All right, so you're gonna step outside to go look at the cabin.
Yeah, I'll go take a look, see if it's occupied.
All right, let's have you make. Let's go for a criminal check to casually walk across this small field.
Oh, this isn't gonna go good. Oh no, that's a 4.
So that's a failure?
Yep.
You start casually walking out, and then you quickly realize, man, walking too like sucks. You just go all fours to start walking over like a regular bear. That woman who screamed and ran out from the house earlier now appears much more awake, holding a cup of coffee, slightly shaking, is walking back, looks at you, seems confused, and then kind of continues walking on like, okay, weird thing to do, because she rolled a 9 on her human believability.
Nice.
Just chilling. So do I
walk around, but you know, a weird fetish type of human.
Oh god. Do I move a point from criminal into bear then? For a bad roll?
No, because that did not necessarily affect this. It wasn't like you were. There was no plan aside from get there, and it didn't. You didn't run into any difficulty because of it. So in this case, no.
Gotcha.
You get to the cabin, however, and are able to stiff around, literally, if you would like. What would you like to do now that you're at the cabin? It's a pretty small, I'd say 20 by 40.
So
it's not small, but it's small.
If there are like windows, I just want to kind of peek through them.
Okay. So that, I'll say, is another criminal. And you are a thief, so you'll get 2d6 for this. So you're scoping it out.
A 1.
A Juan. You look in the window, start peeking in like a bear, doing bear things. And one sec. Get back so many pages. Bear heist music again. You start looking in. Seems dark. Windows unlocked. Windows are actually, one of them is open into the bedroom, where you can see a small pot of honey. Little jar of it. And it's open.
Okay.
A little bit dripping down the side. The sunlight catches it just so right to make the entire room look golden.
Head completely empty, copious amounts of drool pouring out of my mouth. I'm going straight for it.
All right, you rush right over it. So you start mauling on it.
Yeah.
All right, you can move 1 point of criminal into bear. So that puts you to 1 to 5.
Yep.
Actually, no. You'll stay at 2 to 4 because that criminal success would have moved 1 point over because it went off without a hitch, but then you're going back. So you don't have to eat it. Doing that voluntarily moves 1 point of criminal into bear.
Okay, I see. I thought
so there is actually mechanical benefit for not eating. You can store it and keep it in the pouch in your pockets on your shirt.
Okay, then if I can just retroactively change my decision.
There's a little good honey.
Oh, but I shouldn't. I'll save it.
All right, you cork it, close it, and put it back in the bag. Put it back into your bag. There's no bag. You didn't put it in there in the first place, but you did now.
So that was in the bedroom?
Yes,
correct?
That is in the very back left corner of the room.
Okay, then...
The sheets are a little messy. It seems like whoever is here isn't here at the moment. They've woken up and are left, but they left their honey for some reason.
Okay, then I guess I'm gonna head out of the bedroom and see if there's anyone else in here at all.
All right, mate. You walk outside, look around. Nobody seems to be here.
Okay, then I'll head out through the front and head back to the others.
You get up to the front door, very carefully open it. It's not a full knob. It's like one of the latch knobs, so it's actually really easy to open.
Okay, good.
as a bear, you open the door, and right as you do, you see a man standing there. And he's like, and he just walks past you, assuming you're the help, because he got a 10. Sorry,
Nice.
12.
I just nod. Go on my merry way.
Nice.
He's really confused, but you know what? He's just gonna let it go. He's seen weirder things. You're starting to get the sense that the people here
Sorry,
are
wait.
some weird things.
Weirder things than a grizzly bear in a blonde wig.
And a yellow tuxedo jacket.
It's a certain type of retreat.
Resort? Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
And that's what I was just saying. You're just now starting to realize, oh, it's one of those retreats.
I don't know what those retreats are, but okay. I have no idea what that means, but I'll take it.
A lot of lemons. Sorry. Okay, so you are now at the front door on the path. You see a couple of guards. Let me get an updated little drawing map for you guys. Nia, what color would you like?
Yellow.
No. I gotta put it on a little bit of black first. All right, you two are still at V3 and 4, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Guard there. Guards up here. There. Tree still down. A couple guards there. Those. Okay. Here we go. There you go. So Ursino and Cosmo, you two are the blue dot. Buttercup, you are the yellow because you're butter. Each of those orange dots is one guard. And then everything is still down. Those are the guards that you can currently see. However, it does appear that there are more than you initially thought.
Okay. Well, apparently I'm looking very enchanting, so I'm just gonna make my way back to the others casually.
The guard on the street does spot you. Jesus, I'm rolling terribly. You should be happy. He just kind of doesn't even acknowledge you. He just keeps walking. Seems to go out of his way to not acknowledge you.
Wonderful.
And you make it back to the others at V3.
Great news. I found some honey.
Oh, excellent.
Good. Can I have it?
I'm on a diet, so sure.
Really?
Okay, so that will be moving. If you decide to just maul it, that'll move a point from bear.
To be clear, I don't have to mull it. I'm
No, you don't have to. You can
fine
eat a
right now, everyone. But like, I feel like in character I would. But
yes,
Yeah,
if people would rather we save it for mechanical reasons, I'm comfortable with that too. I don't want to like push this.
So what is the current status of everyone's stats?
I have 4 in bear and 2 in criminal.
Same here.
I'm the opposite. I'm 4 in criminal and 2 in bear.
Yeah, it might be good for you to have it now. If you want
Yeah,
that.
that would put you at 3 and 3, Matthew. If you wanted to do that.
Okay, I will eat the honey. 3 and 3, baby.
You instead of uncorking it, you just rip the top off of the glass jar and just swallow all of that. So you are now at 3 and 3 to 3. You guys both see Ursino just maul the shit out of this honey. And a little bit, part of you's like, oh man, you should have shared a little bit, but at the same time, you completely understand the need to eat the honey. So now with your current status updates, what were you doing?
That cabin is occupied. As I ran into the human as I walked out.
Do we know the heading of the guard that is right next to the lodge?
Next to the lodge appears to be standing guard, literally.
Which direction? Like cardinal?
Oh, is he facing?
Yeah, like north, south, east, west.
Northeast.
Okay.
Looking away from the lodge, from where he is.
Okay.
All right, I want to sneak over to him and bop him on the head.
All right, so there is a guard that is going along the path to the east. Although he would have passed the cabin, so he's just past the cabin now at this point.
Perfect. That sounds like a good time to move.
But just about 30 feet away to the west of where you are, there are two guards at the road who are conversing about the bears. So, would you like to stealth? Would you like to fucking book it? What would you like to do? Or, walk casually and hope if they spot you, they leave you alone.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna meander casually and hope that they leave me alone.
Meandering casually. And what is your stat?
11.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll this twice because they're not fully paying attention, and we'll take the lowers, which will be a 10. So
Take that.
they look over, they seem to suss a little bit, but then they just continue on their conversation. The other guard has not noticed you.
Mittens.
It's Mitten Guy. It's Mitten Guy, and they just ignore you as you make your way over towards the lodge. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, towards the lodge, and specifically the guard who's like looking to the northeast. So I'm gonna go up behind him.
Behind him, make a criminal. Oh, make a bear.
Maul him on the back.
Maul him. Okay, on the back. Go ahead, make a bear with 2d6.
Nice. 2.
You tap him on the shoulder, huh? And he just drops dead.
Nice.
You have murdered this man.
I murdered him. Is that a successful plan?
Bare hands. Would you like it to be?
I don't really care. I'm just trying to figure it out.
In that instance, I would not move a point because that is just part of it. Because that is part of a plan, not the whole plan itself. So now I'm going to mark red for the dead man. Current guard locations.
And I'll try and drag his body into the trees that are around there.
Yeah, okay. That's a criminal for sure. Make a criminal.
Okay. 3.
3. Okay.
Success.
All right, so I'm going to make you blue. So that is a success, right?
Yep.
Okay, 1 sec. I'm getting an updated map for you.
Cool.
Maybe I should have used Roll20. Oh well. Would have been slightly easier, but that's okay. You successfully drag his body into the woods and drop him off, so he no longer is a concern. That I will have you move a point for. Okay. That is very criminal of you. 4 to 2. 2 to 4. Once more. Brain just shut off, sorry. Cosmo and Buttercup, you hear a man stepping through the remnants of what was once the splintered door, and he's calling out, but you're not sure. Seems to be calling for whoever's inside. In V3, where you guys currently are. What are you two doing?
Cosmo, hide.
Cosmo will hide.
Make a criminal check.
4?
Is that a success?
No, that's a failure.
Okay. Cosmo goes over to a little potted plant and swats in front of it. Just in front of it, not behind it, in front of it.
Oh my god.
Directly in front of the path of the door. So the man sees him. What is your human believability score?
12.
12. Okay. Buttercup, the man walks in, looks around, looks at you, starts asking you some questions. Says, "Hey, I don't think this is your cabin, ma'am. What are you doing here?"
Well, I don't understand what he's saying, so I'm just nodding. And I'm gonna go up and pet Cosmo's head as if he's my pet
first. To see if you can. Yeah, I understand. I shouldn't be here.
I was just letting my pet use this plant
Oh
really
no,
quick.
I got a 5.
And...
Ooh.
Okay, you're incompetent, so I'll let it happen.
I am.
Alright, so 1 second. So 5. What am I doing? You start nodding along, and he's like, "Okay, this isn't normal. Ma'am, you need to come with me." He starts reaching over to grab your hand as you start petting Cosmo.
Yeah, I'm gonna bop him in the face.
Go for it. Roll for bear.
So just 1d6, or could I do?
Because you're not a thief. Unless you're trying to terrify him and have him run away.
Yeah.
So you're gonna yell at him instead?
I'm gonna rear up and show my claws.
Okay, so you're going full bear, so 2d6 for bear on this one.
Oh, 1.
Ooh, that's really good. So you stand up to your full height. You almost knock your head on the rafters, let out a ferocious roar, and he, being the same man that was scared by you earlier, realizes, oh fuck, same grizzly bear. Goes to reach for his bear spray, but as you let out this roar, he it just runs. But does not drop the bear spray this time.
Dang.
And he sprints away, screaming.
You are furry-rocious.
I hate you.
No,
so-
you don't, Ash.
Yeah, I don't. You're very, very correct. So now that man is gone, what are you doing? He's likely bringing attention. Matthew, you hear this man screaming for help as the couple of guards nearby start rushing that way.
Ooh, let me think. I'm gonna like. This is not gonna work. Do I have any way to like signal them from over here?
Not
Or get them to come this way?
effectively, not that I can imagine.
Without giving yourself away.
Without giving yourself away.
Yeah,
I
not
can't
without like
imagine.
roaring or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, without scaring them away a bit further. Actually,
Let me look at this map. Give me a second.
I'm about to give you an updated map as they are starting to rush towards that position.
Sure, yeah. You know, I'm gonna try and knock down another tree.
There's the updated version.
Okay.
You are where the red dot is right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm right behind the lodge. That's where I want to be. No, I'm happy where I am. Never mind. I'm not gonna help them. I'm gonna be selfish.
All right. So
And they're on their own. I'm
So you're
guards
gonna
are
take a
fine with
criminal.
that.
So you're gonna take a point in criminal then?
Oh, really? Okay, that puts me at 5 and
No,
1.
I'm
Cool.
thinking like that seems that's greed 100%. So that
Yeah,
will
sure.
be a plan without that goes off of that hedge for you.
Yeah.
So we'll say bear to criminal.
Okay, that puts
So
me
you
at
got
5 and 1.
5-1.
ooh.
Ooh, Ursino's getting dangerous. All
Mm.
right, so let me change the music real quick. What are you two doing as you now have 3 guards rushing in another position with tranquilizers on hand?
Yeah,
Did it-
Cosmo, what do we do? I'm not good at this.
Time to leave, I think.
Okay.
They don't necessarily know that we're bears yet. Like they haven't seen us. The one running away has, but the others.
He screamed bears.
Okay. Is there still a chance that they'll have to roll?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no for this one.
So-
they're
Should've
coming in.
mumbled
They're
him
coming
rather than
shoot
staring
guns
him.
blazing.
That was a mistake.
They're coming
Yeah.
in guns blazing on this one,
Yeah, we've got a snafu on our hands, so maybe just bolt
and they're
toward.
coming for the back exit.
Maybe we can dash out before they get to it and get to where we think Ursino is.
So you're gonna head out the back exit where they're coming from.
We could also go through the front and go after the guy that's not like chase him down, but like in the same direction.
Okay, so you're gonna. There's also the clearings right there that you can go to. The trees. If you
East.
would like to rush that to the
Oh.
north west and east because you guys are V3 and 4.
That's a good idea. Do you want to hide? Do you want to try
You're
to
the
hide in
yellow.
the cluster? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try to hide in the clusters.
Would you like me to add directionality for these characters in the future? So like arrows as to which direction they're going.
No, the position is so much already,
Yeah, it's good.
and it's like kind of you can kind of tell anyway. So yeah, the cluster northeast, I think of us.
All right, so you're gonna head to that northeast section.
Mhm.
You guys start rushing out right as you get to the back door. Let me see. I want you to roll for criminal to see if you get away before they know. Actually, bear in this case to see if you get away before they notice.
Okay. Oh no!
Oh
5.
Christ, 6.
Nia, you will actually get double on this because that is a thief thing to do.
Okay. Come on. 4. Oh wait, I have 4 in bear.
That succeeds. So Nia, you are able. Buttercup is able to get around the corner before the bears are spotted. However, Cosmo, you are not, and the guard yells out, "Bear!" Pulls out his gun, is about to fire a tranquilizing dart at you. What is your reaction?
Hmm. Can I interrupt this with a flashback?
Yes. What is your flashback to?
I was actually just wondering because I want to know what my options are because I'm kind of at a loss. Um,
Oh, fair enough.
yeah. Broadly, we can interrupt with that sort of thing, but not like eating honey because we don't have any at our disposal.
So what?
Like in theory, I could interrupt with a flashback, but not with eating honey because we don't have any.
Yes, because eating honey takes time, whereas a flashback is
Right.
like immediate.
Gosh, I don't know. He's aiming at me with this tranquilizer.
He's pulling up to aim at you. You're about 10 feet away. You could probably charge him if you wanted to.
We're still indoors.
You're just at the edge of this door, and it's about 10, 15 feet away.
I'll step right outside and I'll climb up the house to the roof.
Okay, make a bear check with 2d6.
That's a 1, and the other one is a 4, so 1.
It doesn't matter. So 1.
Yeah.
You put your hands up, and he instinctively like, oh, it's giving up because he's a mall cop. He doesn't give a shit, and he starts pointing down right as you grab onto the roof and pull yourself up in one smooth motion. He's like, ah, fuck! And the other guys get in, and like, you hear a and a as a guy drops to the ground after being shot in the back.
Oh no.
Because he just heard bear, so they shoot the first thing they see. As you are now on the roof, there are a couple of more guards in the field that you're now noticing. Let me erase these guys. Erased.
I'm gonna climb a tree as well.
Yeah,
See if I can get a better vantage point.
Cosmo, what is your color? Make a bear check for me. Ursina?
Well, any good one, nice.
I fail my bear check.
What'd you get?
I got a 4.
Got it. Cosmo, what's your color?
It was yellow, I think.
That was Buttercup's color.
Oh yes, I was blue before that. I don't think I got like a specific color.
Fair enough. Then you'll be blue. Ursino, what's your favorite color? What color would you like to be?
Well, I'm a panda, so I'm black and white.
So I'll make it white.
Sounds good.
And you failed your check, so that's that. Guard here. Inside, back door. Guy running this way. These two are no longer giving a shit about that and are rushing this way. A lot more guards have come out of the woodwork on this one. Cosmo, you now see there's 2 more guards have left the lodge. A guard is coming out of V23. 2 of the guards that are dealing with the fallen tree are now rushing your way as well. And there's a guard that is coming up from the south road.
The guard that was knocked out
is inside.
Is inside, okay.
You're the yellow.
Right.
Ursino, as you fall out of the tree, the guard directly to your west, hears that and starts rushing your way. What is your score?
11.
That is a 16.
Great.
He looks at you and immediately realizes, fuck, bear, and yells it out very loudly.
I conk him on the head. Blink.
Yeah, go ahead and make a bear check for that.
Sounds good. I'm going to fail. Everyone's ready for me to fail? I just want to be
your muscle, so it's 2d6.
Nice. That gives me a better chance. Oh, a 1! I succeed!
Yeah.
That's what I needed to succeed.
Because that's a success on a bear, nothing happens. No, you move criminal. No. All right, you get over to him as he's yelling bear, and you grab a giant branch off the ground and just smack him over the head. It makes a really loud crashing sound as the branch snaps around his head, snapping him in the face and knocking him on his ass. That man is done for. You've killed 2 men. How do you feel?
Good point.
Hungry?
And then
no.
The one to your east is you hear yell out, "Oh God, this man is fucking dead," as he has found the other body. Nia, what is Buttercup doing?
So while all this commotion is happening, I want to see if I can sneak up on a guard and kind of pull him into
All right,
the trees
let's make
with
a
me.
criminal check then.
All right.
At advantage with the 2d6 because you are a thief.
Okay. I need that.
Yes,
Oh
you do.
no! 4.
For both?
That's the lower one.
Oh shit! All right, you start rushing over, and then the guard that's at the very back right corner, the V-23 guard, rushes right in front of you. You. Sorry, didn't expect a tick to decide to be so brave as to climb my fucking wall.
Ooh.
Never mind, wasn't a tick, but it's dead now. Look, ticky. Anyway, you start rushing towards the little villa there, and at the same time, that guard who left the nearby villa rushes right to your side, sees you, and yells out again. What is your reaction? He is pulling out bear spray.
Oh gosh. So wait, so how many are there right now?
There is the 3 to the south of the villa. Marcus's character Cosmo is currently on top of it. 2 more are rushing from the east. The one that you have scared is still running away. A little bit of a water trail behind him. The one at V-23 is currently directly in front of you. One at the lodge is over by the right side of the body. So not
Okay.
much in terms of position has changed, but, aside from dead bodies.
The one that's directly in front of me. I think I'm just gonna try and charge him.
Make a bear check.
All right. Here goes nothing. A 4, so that's how many I have in bear.
That's a success. Cosmo, before I tell what happened with that, what are you doing, Cosmo?
Are any of the branches from the adjacent trees close enough to climb from the roof of the villa?
Both on each side would be.
Okay, so I'll favor the east side and try to get into the canopies. And
Go ahead, make a bear check with advantage.
yeah, trying to move towards Buttercup. 1 and 3.
Perfect. All right. So you rush in and jump into the trees, and you see Buttercup just below. And what was it you were doing, Buttercup?
Charging.
And what was you was a success, correct?
Yep.
All right. This man pulls out his bear spray, and just before he starts spraying, Buttercup tackles him, and the bear spray goes flying up into the air directly in front of you. You have a chance to grab it if you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and grab it.
No, sorry. Cosmo has a chance
Okay.
to grab it. It goes up high.
Sure, yeah, I'd like to.
All right. So in this case, I think
Criminal, maybe?
I'm sure that game is. I'll say it's kind of berry to grab things out of the air. But would you
Like
what would
salmon?
You prefer?
Yeah, I catch it in my
bear.
mouth like a jumping
Yeah,
salmon.
go ahead. Let's roll. Let's call for bear. On that.
3. It's under my 4.
So you succeed. You catch it with just the right amount of firmness to not bite through,
Gentle.
which is going to be a great result if it.
Oh god.
So it is now in your mouth, and you pull it out as Buttercup has now got this man grappled. What is you are about 5 feet above, about 10 feet up in the air.
I'll drop down and I'll
Okay, you
spritz a
drop
little
down.
in his face.
You drop down like a bear, really heavy fall, and you start spraying him in the face.
Just a spritz, just a little bit.
Okay, just a little bit.
Yeah.
You spray him in the face. His eyes immediately go from white, green eyes to vividly red, and he starts screaming in pain
Oh no.
and agony,
I feel so bad.
attracting the other guards from nearby.
Oh, yeah. Not the greatest idea.
Buttercup, what is your reaction?
Oh god. Jeez.
Actually, you know what? It is 7. It's a good break time, I think. As the guards are now rushing up towards you, would you like to go to break real quick?
We can do that. Okay.
Right.
All right, so we'll be back in just a few minutes, folks. Hey, everybody, welcome back. So, last we left off, Nia's character, Buttercup and Cosmo were wrestling with a guard as they pepper sprayed him with bear spray right in the fucking face. His eyes are now bright red, and it's called the three other guards nearby to their position. So, let me just update this map a bit. Actually, 5. Oh no, I forgot there were 2 other guards over there. So, we'll convert you two both to a go with yellow because Nia was there first. I'm getting an updated map for you. This guy's over here.
Marcus, are we showing the map on stream ever?
I did briefly. I didn't because it's in Discord. I don't know how long we wanted to have that up.
Have it as long as you would like. There's the updated map. So while the 5 guards are starting to rush Cosmo and Buttercup, we're going to move back to Ursino, who has another guard who has just found the body of the first one that has been killed.
Yeah. So there's 2 dead bodies here now.
Yes.
Are
you going to increase that number to 3?
You know, it's working for me, apparently. I'm gonna try and drop on him like a drop bear, do the drop bear thing.
Were you able to successfully reclimb the thing? I thought you failed.
No, I totally did not reclimb the thing. You're right. I'm gonna just
sprint at him.
Sprint. Yeah, I'm gonna charge and maul. Charge and maul, man.
Okay,
this is my standard move.
In this case, I will say that is going to be a bear roll. And since you're doing something related to your roll, it'll be 2d6. You have a very slim chance of success with this.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
But if you do succeed, nothing happens. But if you fail it, you will regain a point in bear. I'm going to say now.
Okay, great. Well, I failed with a 2.
You rush up, and right as you get up to him, he pulls out his bear spray and goes to spray it at you, and it gets in your eyes.
Oh,
so
no.
You are currently blinded, and that frustrates the shit out of you, so move 1 criminal into bear.
Yep.
So that does make sense. You are now frustrated and angry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this guy's bear sprayed you, and what are you going to do about it?
I want to try and I'm just gonna try and sniff the kid with the watches who went into the lodge. I just want to know if I can smell him from here. I'm relatively
roll
close.
bear.
Sure. See how we do. That's a 2, which is now a success.
All right, that is just barely a success. Haha. So even though your senses are being assaulted by this salty mace for bears, it's like high school locker room axe smell, but worse. It's horrific, and you just start sniffing, and you smell the very distinctive smell of technology that has probably been immersed in some weird honeys and other liquids. It just smells disgusting, and it's right in the upstairs of that lodge right now. This man is starting to pull out his tranquilizer gun. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm gonna run away from him, or at least from where I think he is, and I'm gonna try and run towards where I smell that. So I'm trying to run at the lodge.
So you're running towards the lodge. Let's just make a bear check on that then.
Okay. That's a 2.
Success. You start rushing to the lodge and you jump right through a fucking window to get away from this man. So you were completely unaware of what this type of lodge was. But as you get inside, you were inside of a spa little area, very steamy bathhouse, and there are no clothes in sight. Your eyes clear up though as a result, and you are no longer, reduced in terms of what you can do. As you're looking around, a lot of people are staring at this bear that just jumped through the window. What is your stat?
11,
right? It's a 14.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a short moment of silence. What are you doing?
Is there a towel I could put over my face?
There are a couple of towels nearby. There's actually a man standing there like a butler who offers a towel to you.
Yeah, I just take it and throw it over my head.
Okay, the rest of the people slowly stand up, grab towels, and run away screaming after about a minute.
Yeah, I hop into the pool.
You jump into a pool.
Is it
And as
warm?
it splashes, oh, it's warm and bubbly, a little bit of peppermint smell. It's great. As you jump in, we'll go back to Cosmo and Buttercup. You are now being swarmed by guards. What are
Oh,
you
gosh.
guys doing?
Does the one we sprayed have anything on him? Sorry.
The one that you're holding?
Yeah, the one that we just
Make a
that I
criminal
just
check.
sprayed.
As the brains, I'll give you 2d6 on it as well.
Oh, awesome. Great. First one was 5. Second was 2, and my criminal is 2.
That works. You quickly rummage through them. You get a tranquilizer and 3 additional darts. It is currently loaded. There are 5 guys rushing towards you, plus the one that is currently in your arms. So, what would you like to do?
Could I possibly fashion something out of the tranquilizer gun, the darts, and the bear spray to make like a timed explosive on this guy, so that when they get here, they all get sprayed?
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? I'll say it. Go roll for criminal with 2 bear, and we'll say because that previous one you found it so quickly, you'll be at 3 and 3.
Okay. Oh, so I'm moving points over.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's just 1 die.
So you get
Oh,
2
2.
on this one.
2 dice or?
2 dice because your brains.
Okay, it was under anyway, so the first one was 2.
Okay, and what was the second?
Let me see. 1.
1, even better. You very quickly fashion something together and put it in the guy's arms and fold him over as you pull Buttercup off. Now, the guy is currently holding this explosive device of some sort. You're not sure how well this will work. What would you like to do? What are you guys doing? The other guards are running, and you can now start hearing them. You can see them in the distance now, about 30 feet away.
This reminds me of the time that. So I want to do a flashback.
To go to
and
3 to 3?
Yeah,
Alright.
this reminds me of the time that Cosmo and I were stuck out in the middle of the mountains, and we were surrounded by ninja honey badgers. And out of just
Sorry.
yes, and just out of the bare minimum supplies, Cosmo fashioned a smoke bomb, and we made our way out swiftly and quickly. The honey badgers, none the wiser.
Okay. I'll say that is a successful flashback. You remember that. So, what are you going to do with this one? To do something similar. What are you doing with that flashback?
So Cosmos created a bomb to go off
Of some sort,
correct?
a bear spray bomb. You probably don't want to be near when it's around.
Yeah,
Because it
so
also has tranquilizer fluid in it.
So this is reminding me that we should run very quickly in the other
Very
direction.
quickly, yeah.
Excellent idea.
So which direction are you guys going to run? The guards are coming from the southwest.
Southwest. But we need to.
Northeast is more trees, and you're unsure how far this blast will go.
We need to head to the lodge, but I think it's more important we get out of sight. So I guess should we run northeast?
Yeah, I like that.
North
Alright.
it is. It is. Both of you roll a bear.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
2 under my 3.
I 6.
No.
Okay. Cosmo, you just fucking book it and rush and dash between the trees. Buttercup, on the other hand, doesn't try to dash between the trees and instead knocks them over, pushing them out of her way, like, get the fuck out of here! You both successfully leave. However, there's a very obvious path behind you. And Buttercup, you trip over a root about 15 feet away from the guy as you've knocked over 2 trees as the guards all round up next to him and see you pull their tranquilizers all at the same time, aim. What are you doing?
I pose. No.
You're posing. Okay, how are you posing?
I rest my bare head on the palm of my paw, just kind of like a very luxurious. Oh, who, me?
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll criminal to see if this succeeds.
Yeah.
The
2.
blonde hair.
2? There was a 2?
Yep, 2.
Okay. Their human believability did match, so that is a 16. They realize you're a bear and are about to pull the trigger right as the explosive goes off. A cloud of pink and green smoke takes up everything and consumes even you, Buttercup. So I need you to make a bear check real quick, please.
Oh god.
Actually, criminal. Let's go for criminal on this to see if you're smart enough to close your mouth.
Okay, I got a 3.
3, so that is a success. You, as everything goes over you, the guys, on the other hand, are not. They pull the trigger, and it fails. They all shoot really far and wide, not in your direction, as they all take a deep breath in of this thing, and you hear 5 bodies drop to the ground.
My charm is lethal. I just
They're
think
not
that I
necessarily
don't say
dead.
it. It's okay.
But you were smart enough to get your mouth closed. So 1 sec while I get an updated map. That is a terrible blue. Dark blue it is. And
Dark blue.
Matthew, your character's down in the lodge.
Yeah, I'm in a sauna.
That's the word. Thank you. I legitimately could not remember the word.
No worries.
Like seriously, I could not remember it. So there's the updated map with locations. There's just a giant pile of bodies now, which is great. And we're gonna move to a different soundtrack real quick. But not that song or that song. This will be okay. All right. So Buttercup and Cosmo, you two regroup in the northeast of the trees while all the other guys are knocked the fuck out. Inside the sauna, you are the only person aside from this butler who doesn't seem to give half a shit, Ursula. What are you doing?
Honey.
Hmm?
I try to say honey in human. To the
Make a
butler.
criminal check.
Okay. That would be a 5.
5. So that is a
Failure.
failure. You bark out what you think to say, honey, but the butler looks genuinely offended and walks away. And as you're sitting there relaxing, you smell something. Roll a bear check. Speaking of, Cosmo and Buttercup, you two roll bear checks as well.
Ooh, I got a 1.
A 1. All right.
I got a 5.
5.
Got a
So that's
6.
a fail. And a fail.
Cool.
Wonderful. So you two start smelling. There's a breeze on the wind, a very cold breeze. But you're smelling that bear spray more than anything. It's overpowering your senses. So you walk. Which direction would you guys like to leave? Where would you like to go from here? You're currently together at the blue dot.
Looking at the map.
I guess we should skirt around the edge of the woods? Or the clearing?
Yeah, down toward
The
toward the
lodge?
lodge.
Lodge.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna run quickly, stroll casually, try to sneak? What are you doing?
After all that, maybe we should keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
All right. So you're trying to sneak?
Yeah.
Roll criminals. And while you're in the lodge, Matthew, let's you look over to a table nearby and see it filled with a tray, giant stack of honey treats, honey tarts,
Ooh,
warm
yeah.
and steaming.
Okay, just where am I?
You're 2 to 4 right now.
Yeah. So I'll just run and eat some.
All right, you just start devouring them. You eat 8 of them before
And
you
I want to
sit down.
like purposely grab like one and shove it in my cargo pants.
I'll say there are 3 points worth here. You eat 1 point, so you have 3 and 3, and then you have 2 worth.
Great.
2 additional points worth.
Sounds good.
So you do that. Cosmo and Buttercup, what'd you guys get?
Would this be sneaking? Would that be using my thief
Yes.
skill? Okay. Then let me do that.
That is a criminal.
I got a 3, meeting my 3.
Yeah,
Alright.
same.
All right, you both successfully sneak around. There are a couple of people who are on the beach to the south, which you notice. However, they don't seem to really give half a shit about you. Overall, that seems to be the general. Can I please have my camera? No, I guess not. That seems to be the general vibe of all the people here. Is, oh, that's a bear, but you know what? I could care less. They don't seem to really care at all about what a bear is doing in their neck of the woods. Yes, maybe if a bear does shit in the woods, it's quiet, considering what happened earlier. So you make it to the front door of the lodge, to the spa door, where you see your friend, Ursino, eating a bunch of honey tarts and shoving them in his cargo pockets.
Want honey?
Oh, maybe later.
It's good.
Yeah, it smells good. It's a good thing you have so many pockets.
Pants. Good invention. We should try that sometime.
Well, you're trying that now, to be fair.
Good.
Yeah, my gray bell bottoms.
I smelled the watch kid earlier. He's in this building somewhere. Maybe upstairs.
One sec, I am regrouping you folks.
Is there anyone else in here?
Not anymore.
They were tasty.
There's a lot of water, just like everywhere.
And my pants, by the way, are soaking wet because I was in.
They are disgustingly wet. How the honey tarts are too. There's a little bit of a honey dripping down. It's like, however, as you guys are all regrouping, you hear from the next room over, where there's some light spilling out and a little bit of smoke. A trash can falls over and some scurrying.
Roy, is that you?
The door is closed.
Okay.
What kind of handle?
An easy one to open. Nothing you'll have to make a check for.
I will open it.
It's not jazz. This is. All right, you open the door and you see Roy sitting there in a chef's hat with a full-size apron wrapped around himself like 8 times, and he's just, rushing around like he's stuck in the apron, screaming for help.
Roy, oh my god. I will help him.
All right, you quickly just rip it in half. He keeps the chef's hat on as he stands up. Woo! Thank you for that, Cosmo, right?
Yeah, you left us. What gives?
Yeah, I didn't need to stay with you. You were doing your own research. So I was moving in. My own little goal here.
Okay, well, you seem to have gotten in without as much trouble as we had.
I'm small. And not a fucking bear.
That's true. Yeah, actually, that makes sense. What's the move?
You did a number on those people inside the spa there. I think they're calling the fucking cops or some SWAT or some shit. You got like an hour to get your prize before the feds are here. Last I heard, big boss man was upstairs. I can smell him, but you folks can too. Would you? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you.
No, you go first.
Well, we want to corner him, so maybe we should divide into 3 groups, 4 groups.
I can approach from above, from skylight to terrace, or top window.
Yes, you could be a drop bear.
I can drop.
I will. I'll take the stairs. Climbing hasn't worked out well for me.
All right, so you're going to take the stairs.
Why don't you come with me? We can maybe split up when we get upstairs.
Who are you talking
Buttercup.
Good.
So Buttercup and Ursino are going up the stairs. Roy offers to go with you, Cosmo, to the roof.
Excellent.
If anything happens, Roy, if anything happens to Cosmo, I will eat you.
Yeah, no joke.
No,
I hope you have some lemons.
Huh?
'Cause I'm delicious.
Ugh.
I bet you are.
And he crawls outside the window very quick after that comment. All right, so we're gonna go with Buttercup and Ursino are just fine. So we're gonna go with Roy and Cosmo. Are you guys gonna climb up the lodge itself, or would you like to climb up a tree nearby and jump over it?
What material was the lodge made of?
It's wood. It's a like a lumber.
That should be easy enough to climb. I will try to climb that.
All right, make a double check.
2 and a 6. 2 beats my 3.
2 beats your 3. You succeed, and wow, it's really grippy. You just climb up without a problem. Roy just jumps on your back because he's small and not very. He's kind of scrawny, so you two both go up just fine. Reaching the skylight. Make a criminal check. I was about to say a stealth check. This isn't D&D.
That is a 4 over my 3.
Okay. You drop down and make a boom. Buttercup and Ursino, you both hear a loud thud and a kid's voice say something along the lines of, "What the fuck was that?" And there's a couple of voices inside a room nearby. Would you two like to roll a criminal check to stay hidden?
Sure. We can stay hidden. That work for you?
Yep.
Matthew, you're currently at 3 and 3, right?
Yep.
There you go.
And I got a 3.
You get a 3. You succeed. You get 2 dice on that, Buttercup. Just in case you get a 1.
Nah, 2.
2 it is. You both successfully stealthily move towards this door, which is slightly ajar. There are 3 guards inside, along with this briefcase and a kid. The kid stands up and draws a fucking gun. Not a tranquilizer, like an actual fucking gun.
I gave this kid a freaking gun. Jesus.
This kid gave himself a gun. It's like a golden Desert Eagle, too. It's like, this guy's obviously rich bitch syndrome. And it's definitely manifesting itself here, too.
Mobster son or something.
Yeah, something like that. So, what's the plan?
I will smash open the doors, and you roar at them really loud.
Got it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. And I smash through the door.
Give me a bear check with 2. Same for you, Nia.
All right.
And I get a 1.
Success.
2.
Success. So, Ursino, you kick the door in, and Buttercup jumps over you, like full-on leapfrogs over you into the room, and lets out a ferocious roar, spitting spit everywhere, all over everybody. The guards, who are holding tranquilizer darts, aim at you and fire, and they all miss because they're terrified. The kid, on the other hand, turns around, looks at you, squints his eyes, and there is a look of recognition in his eyes, Buttercup.
Oh?
Towards you, specifically.
Oh?
He looks around, grabs a briefcase, and runs out another door to the side as the guards follow him.
Oh, no. Cosmo, where are you? Can you...
Where am I? Yeah, where am I?
Block it in?
Open the ceiling roof. The ceiling roof? Yes, of course there's a roof that's in. And open the skylight so you two can drop in. Do you drop in?
Oh, me and Roy. I thought you said you two, meaning, yeah, not me and Roy.
No,
yes, we
Roy.
do.
Hi,
Mid-jump, I'd like to have a flashback.
Okay.
Seeing this kid running away with a gun. Cosmo has a flashback. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Cosmo has a flashback of his days in the Soviet space program, where he's training with his tutor, on how to disarm people.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the flashback. So I'm gonna move.
Okay, so you're trying to drop on him and grab the gun.
Yes.
Okay, roll for criminal.
Okay.
And I'll say yes, that flashback is successful. So you're 2 to 4.
Okay, awesome.
And I'll give you the additional d6 on this because that is a very smart thing to do. You need brains for that.
Oh right, okay. I rolled 2 anyway for some reason. I got a 4. Beats my 4.
That succeeds.
Yeah.
So you grab the gun out of his hand. The kid, who now looks a little bit terrified, takes a briefcase and smacks it upside your head as he starts to rush out the door.
I charge.
Go for it. Roll a bear
Chasing him.
at advantage.
2.
Sorry, I'm trying to find a. Sure, this works. Very upbeat, happy music because you're beating the shit out of a kid.
Bow.
So you got a 2, so that's a success, correct?
Yes.
You charge and push him, sending him through a window. Let's see, does he? He does not succeed on holding the briefcase. It hits the window sill and drops the ground, like on the bottom of the sill, rotating, as he goes out screaming.
I'm gonna swoop in to grab it.
Okay, I'll say make a criminal check with 2d6 because of thief.
2.
2, you succeed and grab it right as it's about to fall out the window and pull it in. The guards have all rushed out at this point, and it is just you folks in here now.
We have the briefcase. Let's go.
Let's bounce.
Run for it.
Don't do it.
So there's the window, you can go back down the stairs. Which way would you like to go?
I think I'm jumping out the window.
Okay.
The same window that the kid like fell out of, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I want to jump out that window, and
Oh.
if I want to try and like land on him and rip off his stupid 3 watches.
Okay. Make a bear check with the additional d6 because of muscle.
I got a 2.
A 2.
That's
Okay,
success.
so that's success. You jump out the window and land directly on top of him. Being a panda bear, a fat panda bear, you squish him. He's kind of like he broke his arm in the fall, and you're just twisting it under him as you rip off his watches.
Does he have anything on him?
You can make a criminal check
Yeah,
to attempt
sure.
to be greedy.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
do it. 2.
A 2, that's a success. Yeah, he's got like 5 smartphones on him and an additional gun.
Oh yeah, well I absolutely start putting smartphones and gun in my cargo pants.
Okay, you feel it, the smartphones go in with the honey tarts. It's like, that's going to be unpleasant later. You grab his gun, which is another golden desert eagle. However, this time it's honey themed.
Ooh, I stick that in my powder
honeycomb
balloon.
pattern on the grips.
Yep.
Little symbol of a bee, similar to what's on the briefcase. In fact,
I stick it in my powder blue mittens.
okay, you shove the gun in your mittens. It's kind of uncomfortable now. You can't fully close that hand.
Oh yeah.
The kid seems to be unconscious now. He is no longer awake as he's underneath you. Cosmo and Buttercup, were you two going out the window as well?
Here I go. I'm jumping out the window.
Nia, Buttercup jumps out the window. Cosmo, what are you doing?
I toss the first gun in the jacuzzi, and then I climb down the window.
The jacuzzi
So-
is downstairs.
Oh, okay. Shiz. I'll tuck it into my leopard print briefs in the back, and then
Trench coat, just saying.
yeah, I like the briefs. I like it in the back. And I'll climb down.
Okay, you're jumping out the window too?
Yeah, I'll climb actually, just so I don't like die
Yeah,
going down.
there's no necessary thing that.
Okay.
Buttercup, you jump out the window and land directly on top of Ursino,
Oh,
crushing
no.
the boy more, and then Cosmo climbs out and jumps on top of the stack, covering you all 3 in this trench coat. So now you are 3 bears in a trench
The
coat.
trench coat.
It can't be
And
big
then
enough.
the raccoon on top
Perfect.
as Roy jumps out onto your head.
We'd be so tall.
Ursino, make a bear check, please. Also, take a point into criminal for the robbery.
Okay. Well then I fail with a 3.
That put 2 to 3 muscle check. So you 2
Oh.
because
No.
you need to be muscly for that one.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to carry people. Then I get a 1.
A 1 success.
Nice.
You all just start walking up the street. The kid, who is very unconscious, kind of bleeding a lot now, as you guys start leaving with the briefcase. You make it back to your original hideout, where you set the briefcase down with Roy with you. Do you disembark the stack? You're literally 3 stacked bears in a trench coat, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm on the bottom, so I don't think I get to make that decision.
Well, you're the muscle. You're just walking fine. You could easily
Yeah.
walk a mile.
I mean, I could, but like the brain is on top. He's the one who gets to make that
Fair enough.
decision. They're kind of in the right order too, right? The brain's on
Yeah, a
top,
little
the
bit.
thief in the middle with the arms. You know.
Yeah,
Hold
actually.
on 1 sec. You guys are actually in the proper order for the stack as well. The We Bear stacks. I have an emoji just for this.
Oh my god, seriously?
I just posted it in the current game.
Nice.
It's not quite the right colors, but it works well enough. So you guys are all together, gathered around this suitcase, which is locked.
Ooh. I know a thing or two about locks.
Deal with it then.
I'm gonna try and pick the lock with my claws.
Go for it. It is, go for it. It is going to be a criminal check with 2d6 for you.
3.
3, that is a success. You quickly and deftly figure out the combination on both sides and open it, and it opens just a little bit.
What?
Some strands of yellow inside.
Glowing. It's glowing.
Let's see.
It looks
Who's
so
opening?
pretty.
I guess I'll open it up since I just unlocked it.
You open it, and you guys are all wafted with the smell of a delicious honey. But it doesn't smell like pure manuka extract. It smells like decent honey. This is a fake.
We've been
They
hacked.
tricked us.
Roy, where's Roy?
Roy is right there with you, and he just looks surprised and dumbfounded as well.
I grab him by the neck.
I smelled it. It's good. I promise.
You told me this was Manuka pure.
Make a bear check. Are you trying to kill him at this point?
Oh god.
There's a question.
That's a good question.
Because he did make a good pun.
No, I don't think I'm trying to kill him.
Okay, you're just trying to make him terrified.
I'm menacing him. He
menacing,
owes
got
us. I want. He owes us. I got a 1
for the bear check. So you succeed in scaring him. He's terrified. He starts peeing on you. Actually.
Oh no.
Sorry.
And I like grin at him and start drooling.
A little bit of poop comes out.
Oh, disgusting.
I drop him.
Roy.
He lands in his own stuff.
Oh, the indignity. I will pick him up.
Owe us.
I do. I go find some, and he just runs away. However, you have made out with the prize, even though it is a fake. Still good honey.
Eh?
Yeah. I curl up and start eating some of the honey.
You all take your fair share of the honey. None of you went criminal. None of you went insane. And that's the end of this honey heist.
Ooh.
Sweet.
It is. The honey is very sweet.
I bet that's true.
Cosmo makes a Russian honey cake with his portion.
Nice.
Sure, I'm just gonna let that happen. That's funny. That
Nice.
happens. All right, so discussion time, and I'm gonna keep the jazz music on.
Sounds good.
So, thoughts. What are we feeling? Let's start with Matthew. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so it's a 1-page RPG basically,
It is.
right? So it has to be pretty like a rules light system in general.
Mhm.
From that perspective, I think that it's very successful what it intends to do.
Okay.
Right. This game is designed to be a silly afternoon with your friends where you play something a little bit silly.
Mhm.
And I think that's great. I think it does a good job at that.
Okay.
So that's sort of where I'd start. I think that it probably puts a little bit too much work on the game master.
A little bit, yeah. In what way do you mean, however?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm always very interested in systems that have clear guidelines for what the game master is supposed to do and how they're supposed to rule things.
Mhm.
And the less rules there are, the more rules like the system. Frequently, that means actually more work for the game master. I've discovered.
Yeah.
You want to have games that have like clear guidelines. this role means this. These sorts of situations lead to these sorts of outcomes.
Okay.
You might think that those are more rules, but actually that's less decisions for the game master to make, and that I think is something that I could see being done with a game like this, but making it easier makes it sort of like I guess the vibe of this game is the sort of thing that I would do, like just a bunch of people sitting around a table. We're in a coffee shop and I'm like, hey, let's play a game of Honey Heist. Except that the game master's role is more involved, and so it seems
Yeah.
like it doesn't quite fit that vibe
Okay.
quite the same way.
I can agree with that. Yeah, Marcus, what are your thoughts?
Literally, to me, the only hiccup in the whole game is that
Fate
the
changes.
rules, yeah, the rules for frustration and greed could be a little more explicit to like when they factor in, and
Mhm.
that's everything for me. Otherwise, I love it. It's a fun game.
Right on. Yeah.
Well, I think my thoughts have already been stated, but I will say, as someone who hasn't played and learned a lot of different systems, it wasn't difficult to pick up on
Mm.
and learn.
Yeah.
And I wasn't confused as we were playing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it is a very rules-light system, and I think my frustration is again the same thing as Matt, which is like there's almost not enough. There isn't enough at times, especially as a game master. Like if you look at the Critical Role one shots, they've done 3 now.
Mhm.
They do it very
Mhm.
differently than what we ended up doing, but it still was fun, and we did succeed somehow, even though that plan was nothing.
Yeah, there wasn't really a plan, was there?
Yeah, it was nothing.
Yeah, for my half page of notes that I really took, I think this came out very well.
Mhm.
I definitely enjoyed running it because it was just a chance to flex how dumb I am,
Mm.
which is always fun.
In the best way.
Yeah, in the
the
best
best
way.
sense,
I think the best part really was the disguise section,
Mhm.
and that's not even in the
Easily,
original
yeah.
rule set at all. That's
Is that like an expansion that you used, or
that is an additional rule set that was drawn on later by some people who played it after.
Mhm.
Oh, fun.
It is a very good one as well, which I very much so enjoyed because it's got options. So all the available options for the tops were, in terms of colors, there was a fluorescent yellow,
Mm.
very 90s tie-dyed, powder blue and frilly, black and white striped, beige and black. Then there was the mittens, a crop top, tuxedo jacket, shirt and bow tie, a t-shirt, a jumper, and trench coat.
Nice.
For pants, there's peach velour, leopard print, tartan, black leather, blue denim, and gray. Then the Y fronts, a knee-length skirt, knickerbockers,
What?
bell-bottom flares, cargo pants, and smart trousers. And then the
Smart
accessories, negatives, pink cowboy hat at a -1, a bejeweled crown at a -2, a badge that says bear and proud at -3.
Fair and
And then for the
proud.
positive, yeah,
That's great.
right. And then for the positives, there was a top hat and monocle for a +1, a beautiful blonde wig for a +2, and then cool shades for a +3. Yeah, and
That's great.
that was a really nice little touch to it that I think really added to the comedy effect of this game, and definitely was actually really useful as a GM. That additional rule set really adjusted it and made it much easier to figure out how things would go.
Yeah, it's interesting that more rules frequently actually can make life easier for the people running the games.
Yeah.
When it's a rules-light system, absolutely, I would agree. When it's not a rules-light system, I would disagree. At that point, like the more rules, it just becomes hell.
Cough, cough,
Depends.
shadow
Yeah,
run.
I mean, there's certainly. I don't think all more rules is better. Obviously, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But overall, I really enjoyed this game. Even running it, it was fun.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it. I think there's a couple things that could be done better, but pretty much all the frustrations come from not enough rules.
Yeah.
But that's a one.
Do you think that the going crazy on either side, either going all full bear or full criminal, it seems difficult to actually occur?
I think that's less on the fault of the system and more of me giving you chances again for when things are about to occur.
Mhm.
For giving alternate routes just in case. So I give you guys the freedom to choose whether you wanted to go full bear or full criminal.
Sure, but at the same time, like you have to to go full bear, you have to fail a criminal check
Several times, yeah.
several times, and to go full criminal, you have to fail a bear check several times, and you have to succeed.
That's just kind of how I was reading that. Like
Mhm.
when you succeed as a criminal, it seems like that's when you gain more criminal.
Okay.
And when
Then when you fail as a criminal, you get more bear.
that's kind of how it seems how it should have been phrased, but the way it was phrased ended up not doing that. So like bear checks don't go bear or criminal in the rules from what I was reading.
Okay.
But you can go, criminal decides plus minus. But
So I mean, so it's very hard to go full bear because you'd have to succeed a 1 check.
yeah,
Probably.
you have to fail criminals several times
Right.
in a row. Like the going full bear is less likely than going full criminal
Okay.
in terms of like the way it's ruled, the way
Rules
I'm
are
interpreting.
Interesting. Okay.
It's how I'm seeing that.
Cool. Cool.
Final thoughts, anybody? Aside from what we just went over, Marcus, final thoughts? Anything plus, minus, negative, favorite part?
Yeah. Other than the state changes, everything else is just like pretty evenly like enjoyable. Like it was all really fun. The human believability index thing, was that part of that expansion too?
Yeah, so that's what the clothes we're added with. That's what that
Okay.
does. So that's the HH disguise sheet. I
Yeah,
can send
just
that
that
if you'd like that.
Sure. Yeah. Was that by like a third party or?
I don't remember at all. Honestly, it was in my list, so that's what happened.
Yeah, that's a really nice supplement. I think people
Yeah,
should
I think
play with
that-
it more often than not.
Absolutely, I would agree. It's definitely one of those things that system alone just made a lot more hijinks in a way, and gave a
bit of a safety net.
a little bit. It gave you a bit more time to not get caught as a bear.
Yeah.
I think a part of it, the issues that we had with that system and other parts of the game, were the fact that overall it seems that this game is meant to not be it's not supposed to be full Yogi Bear, which is kind of what we ended up doing. It's supposed to be more like you're a bunch of 1920s gangsters that are actually bears, or something like that. I feel like that would be better. So I use the GM page, which allows you to roll for settings. So in this case, I rolled for the spoiled trust fund kid, and then the Honeycon was a lavish wilderness retreat. So I rolled 2 6s for that.
Nice.
However, there were the options of a creepy, business, rundown, busy, rundown, beautiful, dangerous, or lavish, and then lakeside camp, fishing village, metropolitan city, convention center, truck convoy, and then a wilderness retreat. So I feel like half of those options you end up with Yogi Bear, half of them you end up gangsters in paradise but bears.
Meaning we're supposed to be like a little more competent and like able to drive and stuff in the case of the convoy.
Yeah, like that's also one of the things. Is like that's also one of the features that Critical Role used in, I think, the third one or the second one. Like they had a wagon that was driven. So
that's
I
right.
believe one of the roles is the driving. Yeah, there's the driver.
Was that Crash Pandas? Yeah.
No, there's in Honey Heist. There's the driver role. So there's no. That's what makes it really weird. Like there's not.
Yeah, it was tricky to figure out. I mean, I think we obviously I went away from it, but it was tricky to figure out how to be a hacker in the context of like a resort, because like I could have, but like obviously we weren't leaning that direction. So I'm glad that we swapped them all.
Yes, I believe had we done a convention center, there could have been a lot more availability for it. It's just a lot of different things that the setting requires to make this a lot more enjoyable for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe.
And also, I have to admit that one of the best things about this is that it just leaves so much room for bear puns.
It does,
and that's just
really
something that all
games
need more of.
It really leaves it bare.
Yeah, I mean, we could have set this in Florida, right?
And been alligators.
And no, the polar bears are just solar bears then. That would have been great.
Sun
so
bears.
many different options. There's actually a sun bear explicitly, which is pretty cool. I didn't even realize what they were. I forget that's what they were called. And they get the ability to smell the honey out very quickly.
Oh.
So that was actually kind of hoping you'd get that, because then that would have gone down a completely different path.
Yeah, absolutely.
True.
Do you guys know where polar bears keep their honey?
No, please.
In the snowbank.
It was great this session. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hate Matthew's puns so much, but I love them.
To be fair, they're all Sarah's, It's her influence.
She's a
If I were
Bungie
better,
Mercer.
then this would all be okay. But she's just great, and I'm awful.
Fair enough.
So whatever.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Marcus.
Yeah.
Let's rate a channel.
Yeah. Oh, actually, there's a chat command for that, isn't there?
There is. Oh, I can do it. Oh my god.
Apostrophe raid and then the channel name. I want to say.
Is it apostrophe or is it exclamation point?
Exclamation. Oh,
Slash raid. There you go. Slash raid. And I think we're gonna raid.
Saving throw show runs live.
Polished Cryptid, I think, is who we're gonna raid right now.
There we go.
Did you say saving throw was on?
Yeah, saving throw show is live right now.
Good peeps over there. I like their stuff.
Oh, should we raid them instead?
No, I was just saying they're cool. That's a cool channel to check out.
Okay.
They start in 10 minutes, so.
Okay. Well, let's send this over to Polished Cryptid because
yeah, that makes more sense.
So we'll do that.
Sounds
Awesome.
fun.
We are going to raid Polished Cryptid. And
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone,
thanks
again
everyone
for
for
watching.
And we'll be back next week with a totally different game.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
And we're off.